Tompolo tackles Falana, back CDS Irabo over burning of thieving vessel. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. To get notified when we post hot juicy news updates, please click on the notification bell. The management of Tantita Security Services Nigeria Limited, TSSNL, has called out Femi Falana's son for accusing the Chief of Defense Staff, CDS, General Lucky Irabo, of destroying a crude oil thieving vessel as evidence of the prosecution. Falana had on Monday issued a press statement condemning the action of naval authorities as well as demanding the head of General Irabo, who had said that the destruction of the vessel was in line with armed services rules of engagement. Speaking on behalf of TSSNL, owned by High Chief Government Tompolo alias Tompolo, lead counsel Mr. Emmanuel Jakpa on Tuesday in Wari Delta State said General Irabo's defense on the burnt vessel was aligned with extant laws. He said Falana's reliance on Section 111 of the Armed Forces Act to describe the destruction of a ship as arson was incorrect. It will appear that Mr. Falana's real grievance was that this particular pipeline surveillance contract was awarded to a company associated with Chief Tompolo alias Tompolo. Mr. Falana is not the first to raise hackles over this issue. Some governors from the west of Nigeria have complained about it. No one knows what the real gross is, but perhaps it would be better for them to state what offends their sensibilities rather than raise non-issues of legality, he averred. Jakpa further argued that the naval authorities who destroyed acted within their rules of engagement. According to him, while Falana relies on the Armed Forces Act, it is a humble opinion that the applicable law is the Hydrocarbon Oil Refining Act. Section 15 of the Hydrocarbons Oil Refining Act provides as follows, and I quote, "If any officer has reasonable ground to suspect that any refining of hydrocarbon oil is contrary to the provision of this act is being carried out on any land or premises, he may enter thereon, if need be by force, and dismantle or seize any apparatus with equipment used for or in connection with such unlawful refining." The purpose of taking the crude oil from the wellhead was certainly for illegal refining, whether here or abroad. This clearly brings the vessel within the ambit of this law, and this law permits dismantling the apparatus or equipment used for illegal refining. Scuttling the ship was to dismantle it. Section 1 of the Act already outlawed any acts connected with refining without a license when it provided that, subject to the provisions of this Act, no person shall refine any hydrocarbon oil save in a refinery and under a license issued under this Act. So, any person taking hydrocarbon oils without a refiner's license or permission to carry hydrocarbon oils is in breach of the law. Section 18(1)(b) of the law gives the power to the government to levy distress seizure on all equipment, plant, tool, ships, vehicles, animals, or other good or effect whatsoever used in refining, sale, or distribution, sale of hydrocarbon oils found in any premises or land, etc., used in violation of the Act. Some would argue that levying distress is not destruction, but apparently the Act contemplates the destruction is included in the case. See Section 25 of the Act. Importantly, Section 18(5) of the Act places the burden of proof that the action of such an officer acting on behalf of the government is wrong, and the person claiming that the property was wrongly destroyed. Section 25 provides that where the person claiming ownership of the property is able to satisfy the court, whether in a civil or criminal proceeding brought against a person authorized by the Act to seize or detain anything that the government is liable, nothing in the Act shall affect the right of that person to the return or things seized or detained, or to compensation in respect to any damage to the thing or in respect of the destruction thereof. This is the provision to Section 25(2) of the Act. This clearly supports the rules of engagement cited by the CDS. Seizure may result in destruction, and where the owner is able to prove that the officer was wrong to detain or destroy his property, he will be entitled to compensation in full. Therefore, the CDS was right, and a person cannot be liable for an offense if he was authorized by a law to do the act complained of. While saying the burning of the vessel will act as a deterrent to others, Japa called on all well-meaning Nigerians to support the decision of the NNPC to find credible partners to rid the country of the menace of illegal bunkering once and for all. Recall that TSSNL had effected the vessel's arrest alongside its 7-member crew on October 6, 2022 on the creeks of Escravos, where crude oil was being loaded illegally into the ship. About 600 to 650 cubic meters of illegally lifted crude oil in 5 compartments were said to be on board the vessel with reg number L85B9.50 as of the time it was arrested and handed over to the military. The vessel was on October 10th burnt by the naval officers on Bori River, an action that has drawn reactions from different quarters with specific blame on the Nigerian military for not only polluting the environment, but destroying the evidence with which to prosecute the 7 arrested suspects. I don't understand this law. Lawyers in the house, can you help me? Please help me, oh. This their law, they carry me, they go where I don't know. Could make sense now. Could make sense. This country is full of oversabi people. The destroyed vessel and arrested crews are enough evidence to use against the thieves. Besides, are they going to be tried in the course of these cash and carry justices? I remember they tell me this, and this thing is cutting my brain. So wait, what are you trying to tell me now? Yes, I know there is a law, but this law, to me, I don't know it is wrong. Not be every law now, good day, okay. Haba. This particular law, what this particular law is trying to tell me now is that the burning of the vessel is actually correct. Like I know get. But they complain, say our oil, they buy them. Then the little one we get, because it was gotten illegal, do you know what it means? It means you are throwing away the baby with maybe baby poo for body. You carry and bath them. Then you throw away the baby with the water. That's what it means. I mean, it's not right. Oh. No. All the security agency knows what they did. They're all involved in illegal crude thief in Nigeria. That is why they destroyed the vessel in order to halt the investigation. Correct now. And it's enough proof. Proof bawo. People they reason well for this country. If they go around make them check. This is me and a few persons that are still reasoning well. Why would somebody be saying oversabi people did this country? What is be oversabi? Do you know how many millions was burnt like that? It just be like say you go thief money for bank, then you burn them. No. That kind of play no good. There was Falana when these oil thieves were operating in the country for the past 10 years now that have been arrested. He wants evidence that they can hire you and you win the case for the thieves. Making a go sit down for one corner. All of them for this country be thieves. Can you imagine waiting person to talk from that? What's an idiotic thinking? So because the thieves have been operating for 10 years without being caught, we should all keep numb now that evidence have been surfaced. Sincerely, they need to do brain check on majority of Nigerians here. We could find out who they find and who they find. Alright, so on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time.